6, 7, 8. Welcome back to the show. Thanks for being here. My name is Jeremy Knows. Everybody knows that's not my name, right? My name is actually Jeremy Hone. But ironically, I'm going to be changing my name soon because I'll be getting married. But I want to bring everybody up to speed with the announcement that was delayed today and otherwise talk about VeeFriends. So away we go. Good morning and welcome back to the Jeremy Knows podcast where VCon never ends. I'm your host, Jeremy Hart Trooper 7, and I have a breakdown of what's going on in VeeFriends, where Gary is going to be throughout the month of August, the announcement that never was today, and so much more happening in the ether and the far reaches of the ecosystem. Something that's been very fun in VeeFriends is also following along with Gary V, where he's going, where his attention is, what creators he's supporting, and types of companies he's investing in. And I'll kick off with the announcement we got yesterday regarding the Driven Dragon. And this is exactly that from my point of view. This is Gary identifying a creator that he is bullish on for their place in culture now and where they might build to going forward, and creating an opportunity for VeeFriends to benefit from that growing exposure. So the artist's name is Kim Shui. If you're following along on Twitch, you can see her there. She is a designer at VeeFiles, and they released this wonderful video sort of interviewing her, talking about the process of her choosing the dragon and creating this collection. So I'll break this down really quick. This is the cream hoodie that was featured at VCon. Gary was wearing it on the main stage, and you might have seen it in some of his other content. There are 3 pieces in this collection, and they will be available for sale at 1 p.m. October 7th, which, to be specific, is, what is that, next Tuesday? No, let's get it right. Don't get it wrong, get it right. Friday, October 7th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'll link you to this blog post and the video, and I encourage you to watch it. But here's what you need to know. If you are a Driven Dragon holder, this is what you can expect. Series 2, get a free t-shirt. Series 1, Core through Epic, get the free t-shirt and a free beanie. And the spectacular Driven Dragon holders get the whole capsule, the hoodie, the tee, and the beanie. Obviously, the hoodie is sort of the crown jewel of this collection, but the prices are not cheap. This is a designer good. $48 for the beanie, $55 for the t-shirt, and $235 for the hoodie. This is a limited collection, but we don't know exactly what the limited print is. And you can see some details in the blog. For example, the hoodie has embroidery of both the VeeFriends logo and the Driven Dragon. There's silk threads, and there's an ode to the Chinese embroidery, Kim Shui obviously being Chinese here. It also says the beanie features the Driven Dragon, the logo, and the Kim Shui logo, which is very cool. Now, I saw a lot of chatter about this drop, namely that it is expensive, and I think we can all agree this is not the cheapest apparel offering we've ever seen. But Gary did offer some context that I think is worth mentioning. He said, I'm excited as Kim is exploding in fashion, and I think it will be great inroads into a cool crowd in fashion for the brand. My big goal is to do deals on consumer items that extend the awareness. These products are less for people within VeeFriends here buying it and more expanding the IP to people outside this community. Everyone here is aware. I don't expect anyone to buy. Of course, if they want to, mazel tov. But a lot of the future stuff is about expanding awareness. And this makes a lot of sense to me, and I'm glad he added that context. It will be very interesting to see perhaps some Kim Shui collectors actually getting their first exposure to VeeFriends because of this limited collection. And it's worth mentioning as well that as a, high-end designer, if you take a look at Kim Shui's website, the apparel that is listed on her website, I don't see anything less than $300. So although $235, we can all agree, is a hefty price for a hoodie, relative to the other apparel that Kim Shui is making, I think VeeFriends may have negotiated a more reasonable price in that regard. So it's up to you if you want to pick it up. It'll be available October 7th at 1 p.m. on next Friday. So what's next? I want to remind you that Rainmakers is still ongoing. This is the final week of the VeeFriends League, but you're not eligible to enter the VeeFriends League unless you previously won top 1,000 in the previous 3 weeks. But there are tons of other lobbies and competitions happening through Rainmakers, and you'll want to take advantage of the NFTs that you're having if you can. Remember, the Rainmakers NFTs do expire in a way. DraftKings has suggested that maybe there will be a burn mechanism to gain some value for the next season's NFTs, but they've made it very clear that beyond boosting your franchise score, which is not part of your fantasy winnings, that each NFT season is contained to the season that they were released. So you won't be able to use this season's Rainmakers NFTs to play next year's fantasy football league, which is a very important detail. So if you were only playing for VeeFriends, go check the fair market value on your players and make that liquid before it is too late. Some other fun things going on in VeeFriends, and then we'll break down some of the upcoming events and appearances. Cloud Machine NFT has partnered with VeeFriends and offering them a free mint. So 5 days ago, Cloud Machine announced that they're partnered with VeeFriends, and Mint Mink holders, Series 1 and 2, were airdropped an original Mint Mink hand-drawn illustration by their artist, Dave. And that NFT is their ticket to Mint. It's a fun kind of Western rural illustration of a mink in a cowboy gown smoking a cigarette in a wig. Very, very silly. So not only do you get the free NFT, but you get this sort of token of art. That mint is happening today, September 28th. So if you're a Mint Mink holder, you have until 5 p.m. tomorrow, September 29th, to take advantage of that free opportunity. Mint Minks have some other drops to look forward to. Galaxy Fight Club is in the docket, as well as the Outsiders, but eligibility and details about the holder benefit, as well as photo, are still pending. Coming around, we have the On Rally Road collaboration with VeeFriends. So this is sort of a minor thing. If you had picked up the Sharing Squirrel artwork shares at Rally Road, those shares are now trading. You can sell the shares you have or buy more. The valuation has dropped from its original $235,000 to $165,000, with each share being valued at $6. There's another asset, the rare energetic electric eel, currently valued at $24,000, which is quite high, but you can grab shares of it for $4 a piece. As a reminder, Rally Road is restricted to the continental US. So if you're in Europe or Canada or otherwise, you won't be able to access this opportunity. But it's a good time to remind you that regarding the VCon Surprise, the VCon Viper that wasn't able to be gifted to international holders, we don't have an update yet on when that will drop, but our understanding is that VeeFriends has decided what that gift is. It will be a roughly $19 value, and I expect it to drop in October. Speaking of October, the announcement that was expected for today regarding a significant step forward for the VeeFriends IP was delayed due to some coordination with the partners. So we're going to get a large slate of announcements and events in October. So let's talk through it. I think that this upcoming announcement is going to be related to Toyketo, possibly the toys themselves. But a recent podcast with Darren Garnham, who is the CEO of Toyketo, revealed that Darren is actually the person who introduced the idea of Halloween costumes to Gary. Most people won't remember this, but in the very early days of VeeFriends, within a month of the launch, Gary had tweeted and was asking in the Discord if anyone knew someone who created, manufactured Halloween costumes. And it turns out that the CEO of Toikido is the one who put that bug in their ear. And I wonder if this announcement is actually Halloween costumes, which would be very apropos considering it will be October. We did get a confirmation today that the VCon announcement will also happen in October. So we're looking at location and date being announced before the end of the month, as well as, we think, the Snoop Dogg reveal. You'll remember at the end of VCon, Gary announced that the VCon ticket NFT would be a trigger for a collaboration between VeeFriends and Snoop Dogg. Completely secret what that collaboration will look like, whether it's a PFP, a metaverse thing, a gaming NFT, or otherwise. But each VCon NFT will be eligible for it. So if you have 5 VCon NFTs, then you can participate in that 5 times over. Coming back, I wanted to actually make a comment about the announcement. Right. So we were supposed to have an announcement today. Like I said, it's tentatively slated for next Tuesday. But when Gary announced it, he said, be here or be square. And I know that oftentimes things in the VeeFriends space happen very quickly and they sell out very fast. So take this with a grain of salt because it's not coming from an official channel. But I did ask VeeFriends on Instagram whether or not this was going to be a first come, first serve opportunity. If be here or be square meant be here, otherwise you might miss out. And while they weren't able to confirm the time of the announcement, they did say that there would be time for folks to digest the news of the announcement before it was required to make a decision or purchase anything. So please do check in on Tuesday, and you can check my Twitter, Instagram, DM me, whatever. I'll be pushing out whatever that information is. But just know that I don't think it's going to be like a race as it has sometimes been in the past. Coming back to a full slate of events in October, we got details today about the Chicago appearance. So Gary Vee will be in Chicago October 17th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. for a public event. It doesn't seem like there's any token-gated VF2 utility incorporated here. He's going to Chicago for a business meeting, and there will be a public event from 6 to 7:30. We don't know exactly where, but typically these things happen in the downtown area, in the business center. Following that, there will actually be a New York City event on October the 21st from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. No details on what the topic or location will be. Again, I'm assuming this is going to be downtown, financial district, maybe West Side, West Village. TBA on that, but Gary did give us that date. So he's going to go from Chicago on the 17th, New York on the 21st, and then we will see him in Atlanta, Georgia on October 26th. So this is a key date for all gift goat holders. If you had claimed your gift number 8, then you are eligible to attend this private event from 2:30 to 5 p.m. with Gary Vee and Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq Diesel O'Neal is partnered with VeeFriends for the first ever IRL event. Couple of things about this. The gift itself and the NFT have not yet been revealed. This event is an added value. Travel and accommodations for gift goats is not covered by the project. So if you want to attend, you can attend from anywhere in the world, but you have to pay your way to get there. Also, this benefit is non-transferable. So only gift goat holders will be in attendance. Now, they got a lot of backlash about this, considering if somebody has multiple goats, why are they not eligible to bring a +1 as you are with VCon? Gary said that this was the decision they made, but they will be working with people. So if you're in that situation, email Gary@VaynerMedia.com. Tell them your situation. It seems like they are working with folks. And then just after that, we'll have Halloween, maybe even with Halloween costumes. Will be very exciting to see. Following the Gift Goat event, Gary will be in Australia. I know all of the Aussies out there have been waiting for details about what is going on in Australia, and I have them for you right here. Where'd it go? I lost it. Here it is. So Gary is doing a tour of An Evening with Gary V for 3 nights, a different city each night. November 2nd in Sydney, November 3rd in Brisbane, and November 4th in Melbourne. I'll leave the link to the details about this in the bio and the show notes. Tickets start at $149 and will go on sale October 5th from October 5th at 12:30 p.m. Speaking a little faster than I can think. So if you're in Australia and you want to attend those events, those tickets are going on sale soon. However, there is a separate event for Aussies that Gary is trying to coordinate. He said very likely a 10 p.m. meetup in Sydney on November 2nd. In the Discord, he said November 2nd or 3rd, but considering that the official announcement says that he'll be in Sydney on November 2nd, I feel pretty confident to say that VeeFriends meetup will happen 10 p.m. November 2nd in Sydney. The location is the Quay Centre Sydney Olympic Park, so I would imagine it's very nearby to that. Last but not least, just a little bit of an update on the Reebok collaboration. You'll remember VeeFriends partnered with Reebok to make a prototype shoe. They raffled 5 versions of that prototype off to people who bought a $5 raffle ticket for charity. We saw on Twitter that some of those shoes have started to arrive. So if you're waiting for a response, sorry to say, that probably means that you didn't win. But it does seem that winners have been contacted. One other thing, actually, I don't think we've addressed on the podcast, just showing that VeeFriends is sort of testing the waters in a lot of different industries. You know, we're seeing Gary continue his speaking engagements through Vayner Speakers. We have a high fashion execution. The Compete and Collect cards are still awaiting announcements. But in addition to the Rainmakers collaboration, VeeFriends has also released a roulette game through the DraftKings Casino. Now, only specific jurisdictions will be able to play this, but it is exactly what it sounds like. It's an online roulette casino featuring VeeFriends Series 1 art, which I think is notable relative, considering that everything we've seen since Series 2 is all Series 2 art. The roulette table features the Series 1 art, and it makes me wonder if this is maybe like a conscious delineation between Series 2 for kids and Series 1 for adults, maybe. I don't know. It's a working thought. But it also features Gary Vee's voice. And he says, welcome to VeeFriends Roulette. And he calls out the number every time you spin. The minimum bid is 10 cents. So you can kind of play in a fun manner, but you can bid up to $5, $10, $25 and more. The last thing I have here, and I'm sure there's much more going on. So if there's something that I missed in VeeFriends, please, please, please always feel like you can tell me so I can include it in the next update. As VeeFriends grows, there's constantly more and more little things happening here and there. It can be a lot to keep track of. So, thank you for your time and your attention getting the information here on the podcast, but I'm only one person and I might miss stuff. So feel free to drop me a line if there's something I missed. But our very own Sakari Smithwick, winner of the Sorcerer Scholarship Competition, is having a meetup here in New York City tomorrow, Thursday, September 29th at 5:30 p.m. in Harlem. If you're in New York City, I would love to see you there. I will be there. It is $15 for this rooftop event. Food and drinks will be provided. I will leave a link to the Eventbrite in the show notes. And yeah, I think that's going to be a really, really good time. So, wow, that felt like a mouthful, but hopefully you got a lot of value out of this breakdown. I will remind you that I'm a one-man band here, and we now have an NFT that directly supports me and the content we make here. You can go to mint.jeremyknows.com and pick up an NFT for 0.1 ETH. If you do, make sure to let me know so I can onboard you. It entitles you to added benefits that we're doing, like this month, holders are getting free vegan snacks. But the primary utility is an SMS text service where when there's breaking news or actionable items or urgent news, I send it to you directly over SMS. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback about this, and I'm grateful to the 170 people who have entrusted me with that so far. Also, it has a burn utility. It's on an open mint, so I will close the mint once we have our first year's funding secured. But in the meantime, there is a deflationary element where if you burn the NFT, you can get a one-on-one with me, or if you want me to talk to a group of people, you can burn it for that purpose, and I will help you onboard friends and family, onboard a business you're looking to get involved with, help you set up your ledger, consult on your project, creative and project consulting, community building, and or whatever you want. It is a bit of a blank check, although I have my right of refusal, as it were. And so, yes, I would be very humbled if you would support the project by going to mint.jeremyknows.com and joining the community. That being said, I think I covered it all. I don't know why I felt like this was like a high octane podcast, but hopefully it was value dense. And all under 20 minutes. I'll definitely keep you posted on the announcement for Tuesday. And in the meantime, I hope to see you in New York City tomorrow. This has been a recap of what's going on in VeeFriends, what's coming up, and where Gary V will be in October. I can't wait till we get these details about Snoop Dogg and VCon and all the rest. I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for your time, for your attention, and for your support here. I am Jeremy, Heart Trooper number 7, wishing you well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Locked and loaded. In the can. Hey, Chef. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to post this really quick. I feel like there's a lot of show notes to include. I hope that was all clear. I don't know. I was drinking some mate, so I think I was a little caffeine high, but it's all good. And good. I put the right date on the broadcast. Anybody have questions? What's going on? How you doing? What's up, Yonos? Yonos, I don't know if you're in New York still. I know you were not long ago. We're having a meetup in Harlem tomorrow night. Would love to see you there. All right, this is processing. I can close some of this stuff. I'm gonna need this link. Actually, let's go here. Yeah, this is the one we want. Processing. Yeah, Yonos. Yeah, drop me a DM or something. I'll send you the link. It's $15 for food and drinks, and the new season of Chef's Hell's Kitchen, which is the competitive chef show with Gordon Ramsay, is premiering, and a VeeFriend was featured, like competed in the show, and so this is like the debut. It's going to be really fun. All right, let's get this podcast posted. If you're still here watching live, Pam and Peg have started their Twitter Spaces. I would encourage you to go check that out. Okay, so let's see. VeeFriends update. I've been slacking. When's the last time I posted a podcast? Here we go. Sorry, I'm late to the stream. Apologies, you're already answered this. Any idea what will be happening with the Sydney meeting up? Will it be exclusively for VeeFriends holders or just a meet and greet? Yeah, so we don't know. It will be 10 p.m. on the 2nd in Sydney, but it doesn't seem... I don't know. There's still plenty of time to coordinate like a token gated element, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be holders only. I think it's going to be more of like a meet and greet for people who don't go to the actual event. Episode 210. Let's go. 32, 6 to 7:30. Yeah, so Locke, so here's the thing. Gary said the second or the third in the Discord, but the official announcement from the event coordinator says that his Sydney event is on the second. So I think when he said that, he was like kind of writing and being like, it's either the second or the third when I'm in Sydney, but it is going to be Sydney. You know what I mean? So yes, it could still be either, but I'm pretty sure that he just didn't know it was the second, and that it will be this. It will be in Sydney on the second. Zigzag. Yeah, please send me a message. Um, I'm not sure. So we have a Google form, but we have a separate form for the text message sign up. So just let me actually just write down your handle so I can send that to you once I sign off. And thank you for being a holder. All right, I've got you down, so I'll send you a message right after this. Um, 1:30 to 3:30. Oops. Oh. I, I was. I hope it's saved. I hate it when that happens. I was going too fast. Is it here? Is it drafted? It is drafted. But I lost everything I wrote. Wah wah. Okay, that's a bummer. No worries. Keep going. I'm sorry. I know this is boring as I'm finishing the podcast. So feel free to go about your merry way. It's just a little easier for me if I do this now. Um, Okay, cool. What else do we talk about? We don't need Twitter. We don't need this. We talked about this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We include this. Oh yeah, let's include this one. You know what I could do, actually? I could probably clean this up. Let's do this. Hey, Hartley. I just recorded a podcast. Just putting on the final touches in the post right now. I gotta hop over to Pam and Peg's space. But if you have any questions, feel free to punch them in. Hey, what's up, Brian? How's it going? Good to see you, my friend, as always. I just recorded a podcast, so this is the boring part. I'm just writing up the show notes right now. That's much nicer. Ooh, that's so much nicer. Wow. My standard notes. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. And yeah, that's fine. I think that's everything. Anything else we talked about? Sharing Squirrel, V-Box, Shack, Mint Mink, Rainmakers. Yeah, cool. We put in the new logo. Let's do this one. Nice. Did it say? Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. Great. And publish. Cool. I know. Wait, but it was Sal. No, tremendous go. I saw the go, but it was Sal's tiger. It was Sal's tiger. I mean, it came from his wallet. A couple people hit me up wondering if it was meant to, if it was intentional. But it doesn't. There's nothing that like looks unusual about it. So that's that. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna sign off on Twitch. Thanks for hanging. Have